So as I was getting this video edited and rendered, Crytek dropped the 1.15 trailer, and in it, what looks like to be a new PAX variant. Thankfully, Crytek gave me access, so I was able to test it out, and it is in fact a new PAX variant, the Corporal PAX True Shot. This PAX does not change any of the points that I'm about to make in this video. In fact, it sort of accentuates them. The baseline PAX is still utterly irrelevant as it is current. This new PAX just accentuates that, for reasons I'm about to explain. Have a good one. Hunt Showdown has now been around for 5 years. With these 5 years has come tons of additions to the game and a whole bunch of changes. We've had new maps, new traits, new enemies, and new weapons. With these new weapons, of course, come changes to the meta. No, not really. Long ammo is still the meta, and it probably always will be. I couldn't say that with a straight face. I'm sorry. What actually has occurred, though, with these variants is that certain weapons are becoming outdated. I say certain weapons, but I really mean the PAX. Maybe the Nagant, like the regular Nagant pistol, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. See, for quite a while, the PAX was a brilliant alternative for those that wanted something with a bit more punch, but for far less dollars than the uppercut. In terms of default weapons, it was a pretty good all-rounder. It shot fast-ish, reloaded fast-ish, and the most important thing of all, it sounded sexy. For the longest time, though, the PAX was the only pistol in the medium ammo category. So, if you wanted medium ammo to ammo stack, you had no other option for pistols anyway. So if you're using a Springfield, or you're using a Vedley, and you wanted to ammo stack, you were taking the PAX. That was at least, however, until the scottfield came along. Now, the scottfield has a slower velocity, slightly lower damage than the PAX, but it makes up for it by having a faster reload, 9 seconds compared to the PAX's 11.2. It also has a slightly faster rate of fire. These differences were enough to make the weapon stand out from the PAX, but not enough to definitively say that one was better than the other. They both had strengths and weaknesses, as is the case with most weapons in Hunt. This is how you introduce a new weapon. This was done well. However, in the very same breath that the scottfield was put into the game, so were its variants. Now, these variants were the Scottfield Spitfire and the Scottfield Swift. There is, of course, also the Scottfield Brawler, but nobody cares. The Spitfire, like its name suggests, has an incredibly high rate of fire, which for a medium ammo pistol is pretty good. It's very good, in fact, as anyone who has used it can tell you. Now, it's not a double-action pistol, but I mean, it feels like a double-action pistol when you're against it. Like, if you're playing against someone and they have a Spitfire, it feels like a double-action. It's a world of pain. The other variant, the Swift, is a Scottfield with a speed loader. You sacrifice the ability to partial reload in favor of reloading all 6 bullets at once, meaning you can almost empty 2 full Swifts and reload a third in the time it takes the PAX to reload all of its bullets once. So, why is this important, and what does this mean? Well, it's important because the Scottfield has its base model and 3 variants, 2 of which that can do what the PAX does, but better. Simply put, the trusty PAX is outdated. In a straight point gun and shoot for damage contest, the PAX comes out on top. Just. However, that's, again, purely on paper. In practice, the Scottfield comes out ahead almost every single time. Because whilst on paper the numbers say, ha ha ha, PAX go brrrr, both the Spitfire and Swift are going to out DPS the PAX every single day of the week. The Spitfire will do this from close to mid-range, and the Swift can fan down anyone who gets within 10 meters. Repeatedly. So the question becomes not which gun is better overall, but which gun is better for the job you want to do. And once you start thinking about the job you want to do, and you start taking a loadout for that specific job, well, there's really no reason to take the PAX. Because, do you want to fire faster? Well, you choose the Spitfire. Do you want to fan down people repeatedly in close range? Well, you choose the Swift. What this means is the PAX is outperformed by a variant of the weapon that was supposed to be its cheaper alternative. If the Scottfield was the new hot girl on campus, then its variants are its very slutty sisters. Crytek have, unfortunately, painted the PAX into a bit of a corner. They can't add variants to the PAX that are similar to the Scottfield ones, or the issue just moves to the Scottfield. They also can't add a speed loader at all to the PAX due to how the loading mechanism works. Now, I'm sure there's already someone in the comments who's going, well, actually, Alan, in 1876, and Jebediah Ballbag created the I just don't care. Okay, I don't care. You know what I mean. Don't be that guy. Okay, good. Mwah. The PAX was given different custom ammo to the Scottfield. Got poison rounds. But then the Scottfield got high velocity, and by God, does it make the Spitfire an absolute brute if you can control that recoil. It's not even fair, really. It's so good. Meanwhile, the PAX Scots... Drum roll, please! FMJ. That's it. That's what I got. I got FMJ. FMJ, I may add, that I'm convinced was an afterthought, and even the devs don't really know what to do with it. You don't believe me? I'll prove it. Every single other gun that has FMJ ammo shows the bullet velocity and then the effective range on the tooltip, but not the PAX FMJ. For some reason, it's the wrong way around, meaning even when it was being put in, nobody thought to double check it because nobody cared. No one knew what to do. This is how I imagine that went down. Dennis, the community, they want something for the PAX, and we are out of ideas. We do not know what to do. Give them the FMJ. Oh, yeah, very good, Lord Dennis, very good. It will be done. Now that I've lost my entire EU audience, I'll recap and conclude with some thoughts. The PAX is outdated by the standards of new weapon variants, outperformed by those very same variants in every metric that matters. And in the current landscape, it's utterly irrelevant. So, now the doom and gloom is out of the way, how do we fix this? I had a whole couple of paragraphs here just prior to the 1.15 patch being announced, but they no longer apply due to the addition of the PAX True Shot. However, I don't think it can be fixed. If this were in a vacuum, the default PAX and the default Scottfield would have their own strengths and weaknesses, with there being a legitimate reason to use either one of them. But that's not the case. And the variants, which have always been side grades when applied to other weapons, are instead just straight upgrades. The default PAX no longer has a place. It, much like the Scottfield before it, has become utterly irrelevant due to the variants that now eclipse it. In short, there is no reason that I can see, aside from dollars, to ever use the base PAX ever again, because there is a variant that'll do its job better. If you have ideas or thoughts on how to fix the PAX or the encroaching variant power creep, please feel free to share it in the comments and argue amongst yourselves. I do my best to read everything, even weeks later, so I can assure you your ideas won't go unnoticed. There's plenty of weapon videos to come, as well as general gameplay stuff. Now, if I don't see you in the comment section or in the live stream, I want to wish you all a safe and happy holidays. Have a good one.